Did you already do record?
All right. So, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good today. Can you tell me your name?
My name is Jeroen Paas, and I'm from Holland, from the city called Vierhouten. It's 30 minutes on the east side of Amsterdam.
Okay. And what was your education background?
Um, well, I finished my high school in Holland, and in actually the high school in Holland you have to choose a direction already, and I choose economy and management and organization. And after I finished that, I went to America to be an exchange student at Florida State University High School. And after that, I went to TCC for 2 years, got my business AA, and now I'm in hospitality management major, a junior at FSU.
Okay. So, how long have you been in America?
I've been in America for like 3.5 years now. I came here when I was 16 and about to turn 17.
How long did you study English before you came here?
Um, well, in the Dutch preschool or elementary, we start learning English when we're like 8 or 9 years old. And it starts off with like 1 or 2 hours in a week, and once you advance to high school, it's like 3 hours in the week for the next like 5 years in high school.
Did you think you were fluent in it before you came here?
No, absolutely not. Not. I was the worst in English in my class, like back home. So I failed my exam in English. So that was also one of the reasons I wanted to come to America to improve my English. And probably right now when I go back, I'm more fluent than anyone else.
Is it easier for you to pick up on writing, or was it harder to hear, like, to be able to pronounce our words?
Um, I didn't have that much difficulty with it, even though I thought I would have, because when I first came here, I went to Woodville by Wakala, in
Hmm.
down south, and they talk with a country accent out there, but I could understand it fine. I didn't have that much problem with it at all,
So
and the
it was.
writing was easy too.
So it's harder for you because you probably learned a different English than what they were speaking, right?
Yeah, it's like English. Like, I mean, understanding English is like very hard for me, but like understanding American English is like easy. Like I
Okay.
still have problems these days with like understanding like English.
Did you ever have trouble taking classes at FSU?
Um,
Did you ever have a hard time understanding what they were saying?
well, before like prior, like I first went to TCC as I said,
Right.
so I had to take a placement test for English, and I failed it 3 times, so I had to take like prep English. But other than that, I got an A in that class, and like my next 3 English classes after that, I always ended up with like an A, so it was no problem. Like even higher than the other American students, so it's
Right.
kind of ironic. But it's no problem.
So was it practicing, or did you just start to hang out and talk to more students?
I mean,
Or
I
did you
came
just
here by
study a lot?
myself, there was no one to speak Dutch to, and I was like speaking English 24/7. Everything is in English, and after like a month or two, you also start dreaming in English, and after that, it goes really quick.
Okay, so do you think in English now? Like when you have a thought, do you explain it to your in your head with
Yeah,
English
like
words?
ever since I've been here for like 3 months in the country, I already started thinking in English. And even though, like, when I go back to Holland these days, I also think in English, which gives me like kind of trouble, like speaking Dutch. Like the first
Right.
couple days I'm there, but then like I start thinking Dutch again. But I still dream in English.
Okay. What about your parents? Did they know English, or did they ever try to speak English with you?
Well, pretty much everybody in Holland knows English as their second language because it's required at school.
Okay.
But my parents speak English. My dad speaks it better than my mom, but still like conversational though. You could like
Right.
perfectly have a conversation with them, but like as soon as you use like difficult words or like American slang, they probably wouldn't be able to understand you. But my dad, when he visited me in Woodville, like when we went to the local country like breakfast in, like he didn't understand a single word like the woman was telling him or so
Right.
because of
So
the accent.
because of the accent,
Yeah,
right?
they understand like English better than American English.
Right. So when you say English, do you mean like like textbook English, like the
No, like
standard English, or do you mean like just slang and
no, like
and
the
normal
UK, you
conversation?
know,
Oh, like okay.
like hello, how are you?
Okay, so like the English, not
Yeah,
American English, but like
English,
European.
English,
Okay,
yeah, UK English.
okay, I understand. So, what about your parents? Did they think it was a really good idea for you to come to America? Did they think it was important?
Well, they thought it was like a great opportunity for me to like see more of the world, and since I graduated high school when I was 16 years old, I was also like still too young to go to college in Amsterdam, so that's why I decided to be an exchange student, and they totally supported me there.
Cool. All right. Let's see what else here. I have a little card that I want you to read, and the first time, just kind of read it without like trying to look at it too hard. Just kind of try to read it really fast.
Okay.
And then the second time, maybe try to read it slower and try to be a little more correct in your English.
Okay. Mm. He caught the coat so that it wouldn't rob the bird. So now you want me to read it again?
Yeah.
He caught the coat so that it wouldn't rob the bird.
One more time.
He caught the coat so that it wouldn't rob the bird. That's
All
a
right.
difficult sentence. It's like a tricky one.
Well, they say that that usually the errors that you'll have when you're Dutch trying to learn English is problems with caught and coat, or problems with like the th sound,
Yeah,
or like bird, like the D
I
sound.
actually like 1, 2, 3. I say 3. I can't really say like the number 3. It's like the tree in the forest.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think that's enough.